90, and check us out on realfansportsnetwork.com. So,
Yes. So if you're just tuning in with us, pull up a ringside stool as we talk about martial arts.
yeah. Wow. Oh, I mean,
A lot of our
wow.
topics will be on nutrition, martial arts styles, schools, fighters, workouts, the best gear, nutrition. Uh, Hopefully, we'll be having a lot of guest speakers in here. We know a lot of people out there in the martial arts community. So jump in. I mean, we want to have it all. Free feel the call. And we really want you guys to call in because a lot of your topics that you bring up will be our conversations. And we want to talk about what you want to talk about. So, again, please feel free to call in. And remember, that number is 214-814-5890. Again, 214-814-5890.
Hey, you know what? I want to bring up a conversation I just recently had with someone. She was talking about her child starting, karate and taekwondo,
Mm-hmm.
and she was really excited about it. And she was asking me, what does the different titles mean? Some styles say sensei, some say sifu or
Mm-hmm.
guru, or what have you. And she was really trying to get ingratiated with that. So, can you break that down for some of our listeners?
Basically, Sifu, Guru, Pa, Pendecker, depending on what systems you are, meaning teacher, friend, father, guide.
Mm.
And basically that's what it is. You're sitting at the top, and you look down as like Sigon Bruce would say, as we say ourselves about him, disciples of the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're looking down as these are your disciples or your herd, your children, or what have you. So, yeah, it's just no more than that.
Yeah.
No more than that. I don't make a big thing out of it. It's no more than that.
So, when you're trying to find a school, because I know what I look for in
Mm-hmm.
school, but what should people look for when they're trying to start out martial arts, and what's a good age to start martial arts? Because the UFC and all these Bellator and all these other fight promotions are really bringing martial arts into the mainstream,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot more people are saying, I want to learn how to protect myself, defend myself. So, what's a good age for a parent that's interested in getting into martial arts? What age should they start their child? Or what's too young, what's too old, and let's talk about the trophy kids too.
Yeah. Well, to some part, that's a hard question. I say because I've seen kids start at as far as 3 years old. Matter of fact, my nephew, Fiction from So You Think the show So You Think You Can Dance.
Oh yeah.
He's Taekwondo black belt. He's been studying ever since he was 3 years old.
Yeah.
But
don't forget Cam.
Yeah. Oh, that's my grandson, Cameron.
Cam.
We're bringing him along strong also.
Yeah.
But it depends on really what you want to start your child in. And I say, and not to knock anything, but I say starting off in karate or taekwondo is good at a young age. When you're getting into that, you get into more competition stuff. Where you're doing like point karate or something like that. It's really not so impacted.
You better explain that.
And you're getting in there, and you're getting the camaraderie out of it. Hanging with the other kids.
Learning discipline.
Exactly. How to be civil.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of good attributes to that go into family values, school values, what have you. But also, you want to know where you're at as far as when you take that martial art, because sometimes it can be almost like join a Pop Warner club or something, that you join a sign-up football team or something.
Right.
I guess what I'm trying to get to say is like it's a family event to where everybody's going.
Right.
And then you get in there and you're getting your trophies and and what have you. And these things are all good because they give kids insight and it makes them feel good about what they're doing or getting.
Yeah.
But again, you want to understand where you are. A transition from something like that into, let's say, MMA. We're going to take a little vast jump right quick. Kind of like into MMA.
Okay.
Well, those are totally two different fights.
Right.
Okay. So when you pick a fight and you're saying that you're truly fighting, then you want to know that you're not doing a sport fight versus what I call martial science, which is a real fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And truth be told, I've seen a lot of guys go out to take martial arts and they get trophies and belts and they do the tournaments and they come up and they have a falsehood about what they can do.
Mm.
And they get out on the street with a good street fighter
Oh yeah, I guess that was me then.
who can just, who's been out there and
I
fought.
guess that was me then.
He's been out there and fought. He might have, 10 good techniques that he can turn in and out and turn into 30 techniques.
Right.
And he's been used to being hit or what have you. And a lot of these guys in the point system aren't really used to getting hit. Or they're used to somebody coming and stopping it after they got hit. And they're not used to that.
Or the referee saving them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're not used to that continuation.
Yeah.
So you want that. You want to know about that as where you're going with your fight. So if you want to know, am I in a sport and I'm just in a family function?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I want to know where I'm at. But I don't want to be in this family function fight and then come over with you who may be in a real fight,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and try to put myself in the claims with you.
That's interesting that you say that, because I remember when the UFC first started, and I was, I don't know, in I guess 99 was when I first came up on it, or probably 2000. But I remember one of my karate instructors told me not to get involved in the UFC. And I asked him why. Now, this guy was Scotland national champion in 1989, so, he knew his stuff. But he was like, hey, man, don't go out there because you'll get hurt. These guys, they're trying to kill you and this and that. I said, but I thought you was training me how to fight. And so he said, well, yeah, but, that's not the kind of fight, because you never know what somebody else can do or what they're going to do. Because some people bring bottles and stuff. I know the UFC was trying to be as close to the real thing as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That was their slogan for a long time. But even he knew that, I need to pull back from that, because even though he was training me and I was fast and flying off the walls and stuff, he was like, don't use this against these guys because they're on something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then I even had the instructor say, hey, don't take, this, I was doing ATA Taekwondo at the time. He said, don't go over to Korea and try to use this kind of Taekwondo.
No, it's totally different over there.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
So, they understood this. So it's kind of going back to what you were saying about it's a whole different level than what we're used to.
But you want to know where you're at,
Yeah.
and you don't want your prides to get in there, and sometimes
Yeah.
that can be a factor.
Yeah.
And
And mine definitely got it.